This video is meant to show you how to replace a load cell. Again, this is not something that you would usually do on the field, but when you take the shelf back to the lab. So first of all, we're going to need to detach the plate at the top. And in order to do that, we first need to align these caps here with the grooves that we have on the black part. Make sure it is aligned, because when we're going to pull out the whole thing, we're going to make sure that it's going to slide nicely. Next, we want to do the screws that are holding the top plate. This would be 2 in each side, and then we have these 2 in the middle and on that side. And no need to touch the load cells in this point, just to make sure the X is aligned here. Once all the screws are detached, we're just going to lift the top plate and expose the 4 load cells. There you go. And we will proceed with replacing a load cell. Let's assume this is the bad one. If this is the one that we want to replace, we need to follow the wire, see where it's going to. It's going to the leopard, and then detach it. The leopard gets 4 different load cells. The load cell is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are detaching now number 3. Well, it's a bit tricky when the shelf in this position to determine which load cell is 1, which one is 2, 3, and 4. So it's very important that you follow the wire that goes outside of the load cell and see to which load cell number it goes to. Now, there is a great importance that the load cells are connected to the right positions. Okay, so usually Shekel personnel will tell you which load cell number is bad, and you will just have to make sure that you follow the correct cable. In this case, load cell number 3. Now you have to flip the whole H-base to the other side, so we can reach the screws which are holding the load cell to its place. This is an Allen key, number 4. Okay, we'll take the screws out. So here we have the replacement load cell after we have already attached this plastic circle back in. We will make sure that that plate is in its place, and only after that we'll flip the load cell back. And once we have secured the screws, we will switch it back here and tighten it a bit more. And last thing, we switch it back to the back side and we connect the load cell back to the leopards to input number 3 in the same place that we have took it out. And we use these plastic bands to make things all nice and neat. And next thing that we want to do is to put back the top plate. Remember, we need to make sure which side is the back and which side is the front. We know which side is the back because we have this RJ45 connector, so this is the back. And when we're coming to put the top plate back in, we want this 90 degrees angle to be at the back. And we put it back in, and we have the 4 screws that we need to redo.